Hi everyone, welcome to Lunchroom Yoga. My name is Annie. In today's class, we're going to be working on the back body, strengthening the back muscles, getting out of that desking, checking your phone, slouching mode into a more open space. We're also going to be working on strengthening the glute muscles and the hamstrings. Hope you enjoy. So we're going to start standing on our mat. We are going to come all the way down to the end of your mat, so you're facing the long edge of your mat. For now, I'm just going to face you guys so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to start by bringing the feet together or slightly closer together. They don't have to be touching. Maybe ideally your heels should be over your hips. And we're just going to relax the shoulders, lengthening the spine, holding the belly, just really targeting the core muscles just for now. And we're going to bring the right hand onto the heart center, the left hand onto the belly, and just kind of close the eyes here for a moment. Taking a deep breath in. And a full breath out. And just for now, for these next few minutes, we are going to try to let go of anything that you were doing before. Just trying to let go of any tasks, to-do lists, meetings, anything work related. Just putting it aside just for the next few minutes. Allowing yourself to concentrate on your body and to be fully present on your mat today. We're going to take 3 full breaths, just like this. Starting with an inhale, take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. And again, deep breath in. And a full breath out. One more time, deep breath in. And a full breath out. And slowly opening your eyes, blinking a few times. Relax your shoulders and just shake your body a little bit. Draw your shoulders to the back a couple of times. And on the next inhale, we're going to reach up with both hands, interlace the fingers, and then slowly send your palms all the way up to the sky, stretching the whole body, anchoring through your feet. Taking your gaze up. Take one more breath like this. Then slowly bring your palms together. Interlace your fingers except for the index fingers, which are going to be pointing up. And then slowly send the arms all the way up to the sky again. Take a deep breath in here. And as we exhale, we're going to lean towards the right, stretching the left side of the body, pushing the hips out towards the left. Keep your chest open. Maybe take your gaze up. Breathe in. And breathe out. On the next inhale, we're going to come back to center. And as we exhale, we're going to lean towards the left side now. Stretching the right side of the body, pushing your hips towards the right as well. Taking your gaze up, opening your chest. Breathe in. And breathe out. Inhale back to center. This time as we exhale, we're going to open the elbows out to the side, palms facing forward. Hop your shoulder blades in towards each other, pop your tailbone out, take your gaze up, micro bend the knees, and then slowly arch the spine, trying to create a C curve with your spine. Breathe in here. Full breath out. Inhale to reach up. And as we exhale, we're going to fall forward from the hips. Now we're going to hang in here just for a few cycles of breath. Feel free to grab hold onto the creases of your elbows and sway from side to side. Make sure that you're really hanging, letting your head go. Bending the knees as much as you need to. This is not a difficult pose, it's just more about letting your spine have a little bit of a rest. Deep breath in. And a full breath out. Now bring your palms down, bend your knees as much as you need to achieve that. And then begin to walk your hands forward towards the front of your mat, finding your first downward facing dog. Now we're going to walk our dog here, bending one knee at a time and swaying the hips from side to side. So this pose is all about connection of your hands with the ground, sending the hips up towards the sky, heels down. Allow your knees to be bent if you need to, your head to hang heavy. Send the shoulders to the back. Breathe in and breathe out. On the next inhale, we're going to stretch forward into our plank pose. Feel free to bring the knees down if you need to for your first one. I'm going to push the ground away, making sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. Grip with your fingertips as much as you can. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to take a slow elevator down, bending the elbows back. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Now point the toes to the back, hollow your belly, and then slowly push with your hands to lift your chest just a few millimeters off the ground. Keep your elbows bent. Breathe in here. Push your hips down. Exhale, slowly release back down. Now tuck your 10 toes under. Press your knees against the ground, lift your hips and your belly, and then slowly push yourself back up into your modified plank, and then slowly back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. Full breath out. On the next inhale, we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet, finding your forward fold. On the next inhale, lift your chest up halfway, only bringing your spine and your arms to straight. And as we exhale, we're going to fall forward again. Inhale to rise all the way up to standing. And as we exhale, open the elbows out to the side. Arch your spine. Take your gaze up. Pop your tailbone out. Find that C curve with your spine. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale to reach up again. And exhale to fall forward. On the next inhale, walk your hands back into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a full breath out. Inhale, stretch it forward into your plank. Feel free to bring your knees down for this one, or keep your knees off the ground if you feel strong enough. Take a deep breath in. This time we're going to come down halfway only. So bend the elbows, try to run that down, Dandasana. On the next inhale, point the toes to the back and lift your chest up. Find your back bend, either cobra or upward facing dog, with your arms straight and your thighs off the ground. And as we exhale, we're going to move back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And a full breath out. Walk your hands back to your toes on the inhale. Exhale to stay. Inhale the halfway lift, arms and spine to straight. And exhale to fall deeply. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale to rise all the way up to standing, reach up. Exhale, open the elbows out to the side, find your back bend again. We've been here before. Take your gaze up, point the tailbone out. Inhale to reach up. And one more time, exhale, we fall forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, slowly walk forward into your downward facing dog. Take a full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, stretch it forward into your plank. Exhale, halfway down, knees down or knees off the ground. Inhale, slowly open up into your back bend. Any back bend that works for you today. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Full breath out. Slowly walk your hands back onto your toes. Find your forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale to fold. Now on the next inhale, we're going to bend the knees quite a lot, finding a chair pose. And then slowly we're going to lift the chest just a few inches away from your thighs. And then bring your hands forward, palms facing down. We're going to hold it here for a couple of breaths. Keep sending the arms out to the front. Keep your spine as steady as you can by hollowing the belly and really activating your core. Breathe in. Exhale, send the arms back, palms facing up now. Inhale, send the arms forward. 2 more times. Exhale back. And inhale forward. 1 more time. Exhale back. And inhale forward. Now push your hands down, stand tall. Breathe in to reach up. Exhale, find your back bend, elbows out to the side. Squeeze your shoulder blades into each other. Inhale to reach up. And as we exhale, we fall forward. Breathe into halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands forward into your downward facing dog. Now we're gonna hold it here for a few cycles of breaths. Breathe in and out through the nose. On the next inhale, we're gonna send the right leg all the way up to the sky, but we're gonna keep the right knee bent and the right foot flexed. Now I want you to push that leg as high as it goes. Imagine that you are really pushing something really heavy towards the sky. You're activating your glute muscles here. Now keep that engagement through the leg. And on the next inhale, we're gonna push the body forward into our plank pose. And breathe in here. Exhale back into your three-legged downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, push the body forward into your formal plank. And exhale back into your three-legged downward facing dog. One last time, inhale forward. Now hold it here, or maybe bend the elbows, chaturanga. Push back into your plank. Back into your three-legged downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale, knee to chest. Hold it here for a second. And then step your right foot forward in between your hands. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Point the toes to the back. And as you inhale, rise up. Now we're just gonna hang in here for a couple of breaths. Trying to catch your breath. Sinking the hips low. Inhale to rise, to reach up with both hands. Interlace your fingers and give yourself a stretch. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Now bring your hands to your heart center. And we're gonna slowly twist towards your right knee. See if you can hook your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. And use that connection to help you twist a little bit deeper. Hold it here. Or if you feel strong enough, feel free to bring that back knee off the ground. And breathe. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, bring the hands down to the ground, untwist. Now if your knee's on the ground, bring it up. We're gonna find our really stable stand here. And on the next inhale, we're gonna rise up into our crescent lunge. We're gonna really sink the hips, take the hands up to the sky. We're gonna take a deep breath in here, and as we exhale, hollow your belly, really activate your core muscles, and then slowly begin to hinge forward from the hips, finding a sort of a leaning, tipping forward arrowhead. Take a deep breath in, and a full breath out. Now you might feel like you're dumping your weight onto the front leg. If that's the case, maybe because you're not really activating your core. So feel free, or make sure that you're really pushing your belly in from your center. One more breath in. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, release your left heel onto the ground, finding your warrior legs, warrior two legs. Now your left toes are pointing forward, and your right toes are pointing out to the side. Now sink the hips, make sure that your front knee is bent. Keep your hips open, extend your arms out to the side. Relax your shoulders and breathe. Take one more deep breath in. Now flip your right palm up, reach forward with your right hand, and then slowly begin to bring your left hand down onto your left leg. Slide that hand down, reach up with your right hand, finding your reverse warrior. Take your gaze up. Now there's a tendency here to bring the front leg to straight. See if you can prevent that from happening by keeping your hips low and keep bending that front knee. Breathe in and out. One more breath in. Inhale slowly back into your warrior two. Exhale, spiral the hands down to the ground. Lift your back heel off the ground. Now from here, we're gonna move into a side plank. So there are gonna be different options for this one. Option one is to bring your left knee down to the ground and pivot your left foot out to the side for a little bit of more of a stability here. And then we're gonna slowly shoot that leg out and back to the long edge or to the back edge of your mat. And once you're here, see if you can open up, sending your right arm up to the sky. Now that's option one. Option two is keeping the knee off the ground. Pivoting your left foot out to the side, so you're standing on the outer edge of your left foot, and then sending your right leg out and back to the ground. So your right leg is now in front of your left foot, and you're standing on the inner edge of your right foot, and then sending your right hand all the way up to the sky. Option 3, stacking your feet together. And option 4, if you feel like playing, maybe bringing your right leg up. Now keep sending the hips all the way up to the sky, right hand shooting up. Breathe. One more breath in. Now exhale, right hand goes down to the ground. Find your plank pose, either with knees down or knees off the ground. If you feel like this is a lot for you, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, bend your elbows halfway down. Chaturanga. Inhale, open up into your back bend. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. And out. One more breath in. Now slowly walk your hands back to your toes. Take a deep breath in here. Full breath out. Bend the knees, find your chair pose. Lift your chest just a few inches away from your thighs, and then reach forward with both hands. Palms facing down. Breathe in here. Exhale, send the arms back, palms facing up now. We're gonna do that a few times. Inhale to reach forward, and exhale to reach back. 2 more times. And forward, and back, and forward, and back. Forward on the inhale. Exhale, push your hands down, stand tall. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to find your back bend. Open the elbows out to the side. Inhale, slowly reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Now take a little breath here. Shake your body if you need to. So from here, we're gonna come up to a standing position. Hands into your hips, lengthen the spine. Now we're gonna bring the right knee up in towards the chest. Now keep your foot flexed as much as you can. And then from here, we're gonna open that knee to the side. We're gonna move into a form of tree pose, but it's not really a tree pose because your leg is never gonna touch the inner side of your foot. Bring your hands into your heart center, and then we're gonna try to magnetize that right foot to the inside of your leg as much as you can. But again, they're never gonna touch. We're gonna use the muscles of the leg to support the leg and to keep lifting it and hold it there. Now, if this is a lot, if you feel like your leg is really struggling here, you can keep your leg low, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna hold it there for 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Now bring your knee into your chest. And then we're gonna extend that leg forward, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake your legs. On the next inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Walk your hands back onto your downward facing dog. Breathing here. And a full breath out. On the next inhale, we're gonna send the left leg all the way up to the sky. Again, we're gonna bend the knee and flex the foot. We're gonna lift as high as it goes. Imagine that you're pushing through something really heavy with your leg, with your foot, towards the sky, and keep sending that leg up. Really squeezing the glute muscles here. Now keep that engagement, and on the next inhale, push your body forward into your plank. And exhale back into that 3-legged downward facing dog. I'm gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale forward, and exhale back. And inhale forward, and exhale back. On the next inhale, push it forward. Maybe stay here, open the elbows, push back into your plank, back into your 3-legged downward facing dog. On the next exhale, knee to chest, hold it there for a second, and then step it forward. Bring your back knee down to the ground, Point the toes to the back, and as you inhale, rise up. Now sink the hips low, stay here for a couple of breaths. Bring your hands up, interlace the fingers, give yourself a stretch. Now bring your hands to your heart center. Twist towards your left knee. See if you can hook your right elbow to the outside of your knee. Use that connection to help you twist a little bit deeper. Now feel free to stay here, or if you feel like you have it in you, maybe bring your back knee up off the ground. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Now we're going to slowly untwist. Bring the hands down. If your knee is on the ground, lift it up. Find your stability here through your legs, and then slowly come all the way up. Full crescent lunge. We're going to sink the hips low, reach up with both hands. Now keep your palms facing each other. And on the next exhale, we're going to begin to lean forward towards the front leg. And keep your core active here, so you're not dumping your weight onto your front hip. You're taking out the burden with your core. You're really using your core to support yourself. Breathe in. And breathe out. On the next inhale, rise up. Exhale, release the back heel down onto the ground. Open up into your warrior legs. Now the front leg is pointing forward. The back leg is pointing out to the side. We're going to bend the front knee as much as we can. So aiming for the thigh to be parallel to the ground even. Stretch your arms out to the side. Breathe in. And breathe out. Keep sinking towards your hips. One more breath in. Flip your left palm up. Reach forward with your left hand. And then slowly move into your reverse fold. Right hand down onto your right leg. Slide that hand down as you keep reaching up with your left hand. Again, there's a tendency to bring the front leg to straight. Avoid that by sinking the hips low. Now your left hand is actually reaching, or actively reaching here. Take one more deep breath in. Full breath out. Inhale back into your warrior two. Exhale, sprawl the hands down. Pick up the back heel. And we're going to move into our form of our side plank. So choose the variation that works for you, either with your knee down or knee up. We're going to send that left leg back. Maybe one foot in front of the other, maybe stacking the feet. If you have it in you, maybe lifting the left knee up. Keep reaching up with your left hand, hold it there for 5. One more breath. Bring your left hand down to the ground, into your plank pose, any variation that works for you. Stay here, or maybe one more vinyasa by bending the elbows down, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, open up into your back bend. And exhale back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in and out through the nose. One more breath in. And slowly walk your hands back to your toes. On the next inhale, bend your knees quite a lot, finding your chair pose. Lift your chest just a few inches, reach forward with both hands. And again, we've been here before, we're gonna try that swinging of the arms again. Breathe in, and exhale back. And forward, and back. 2 more times, forward, and back. Forward, and back. Reach forward with your inhale. Exhale, push your hands down, stand tall. Inhale to reach up. And exhale to find your back bend. Inhale, slowly reach. And exhale, hands down to your heart center. Now bring your hands onto your hips. Find a comfortable standing. Bring your weight onto your right leg and then bring your left knee up. Now, if balance is not your thing, feel free to grab a hold onto your wall or even keep your foot close to the ground. Then from here, we're going to open that hip out to the side. Again, we're going to find our hovering tree pose. See if you can magnetize your foot to the inside of your leg, but they're never going to touch. You're going to keep the power on the leg. Again, you can be fairly close to the ground. It doesn't have to be this high. Whatever works for you today. Hands into your heart center and breathe. In and out through the nose. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Knee to chest. Extend that leg forward. It doesn't matter if it doesn't go too high. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your leg down, shake your legs. Good. And come to the center of your mat, facing the long edge of your mat. And then bring your feet out to the side. Double hip width apart. A little bit of pigeon toe here. Hands onto your hips. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, fall forward. Now, if your hands can comfortably reach the ground, then go ahead and bring your hands down to the floor. If you're still struggling to get there, that's fine. Bend the knees, bring your hands onto your thighs. Now, the idea here is to stretch a little bit of the back of the legs, a little bit of the lower back. So make sure that you're letting your head hang heavy. So adding a little bit of weight to the stretch. And if your hands are on the ground, feel free to walk your hands towards your heels as much as you can, pointing the crown of the head down to the floor. Breathe in and out. 2 more breaths in. Last breath in. On the next inhale, halfway lift. Even with your hands on your thighs. And on the next exhale, we're all going to bend the knees quite a lot and then pivot the feet out to the side. Bring your legs a little bit closer together and then sit into a squat. Yogi squat. Now if your heels are off the ground, that's fine. But if your heels can touch the ground, then see if you can, bring your elbows to the inside of the knee and then slowly push your knees out to the side. Palms together. If you're finding this really, really uncomfortable, that's fine. You can keep your hands on the ground, your heels off the ground. Whatever works for you. Breathe in. And breathe out. One last breath in. Now from here, we're going to bring the hands behind the body and then bring the hips down to the ground. Finding a seated pose. Take a moment to find your breath again. Now from here, we're going to bring the knees together, feet to the ground. Feel free to come back to your initial position, facing the short edge of your mat. And then we're going to bring the hands behind the legs. So hug your thighs in, come high onto your toes, lengthen the spine, and relax the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Now lift one leg up, see how that feels. And then switch. Now option 1 is to stay here just playing with this switch for a little while. Option 2 is to lift both legs off the ground. Option 3, see if you can lessen the weight from your hands. Maybe extend the arms forward, or maybe even bring your legs to straight. We're all gonna hold it here for 5 breaths. Breathing in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And exhale, bring your feet down. Let your knees open out to the side. And then allow yourself to fall here. We're not aiming for any deep stretch in the hips. We're just letting a little bit of release to the back in the breath. Taking one more deep breath in. Last breath in. And slowly come all the way up. finally, cross-legged position. See how that feels on your hips. Feel free to sit on top of a block if this feels unnatural. If you feel like there's not much stretch happening on the outer hips, we're gonna move into double pigeon. So we're gonna start by bringing the left leg down, or the leg closer to the ground, and then we're gonna bring the right leg on top of the left. So ideally your heel should be connected to your right ankle should be connected to your left knee, and your right knee should be connected to your left ankle. Now option 1 is to stay here. Option 2, bring your hands forward, and then slowly start walking your hands as far forward as you can, finding a fold. And breathe. Now if this is too strong for you, but Shukrasana, cross-legged position, is not enough, feel free to keep that right leg in that pigeon position, but the left leg extended, and then folding forward again. And also feel free to play around that position. It doesn't have to be one or the other, it can be a hybrid between everything. Allow yourself to be guided by the sensations in your body, and not just the pose, the aesthetics of the pose. Take one more deep breath in. Now on the next inhale, slowly we're gonna walk back to center, and then we're gonna switch legs. Now again, you can use Shukrasana with the other leg at the front. You can use double pigeon by stacking one leg on top of the other, or half seated pigeon with the bottom leg extended, or anything in between, whatever works for you. And again, walk the hands forward and begin to fall forward. Just hold it here for a couple of breaths. Take one more breath in. And then slowly walk yourself back to center. Release your legs. Give them a little shake. And roll your head a few times to the left and then the right. And from here, we're gonna come back to knees bent, heels on the ground, reach forward, and then slowly roll onto your back. Very, very slowly. Now we're gonna bring the hands beside the hips, the knees into the chest. And then we're gonna extend the arms out to the side and begin to rock the knees from one side to the other. The knees are never gonna touch the ground though, we're just gonna rock from side to side, instead of like in a U shape, aiming for the knees to be as close to your elbows as you can. And just hold it there. Keep doing this for a few cycles of breath. One last breath in. Now back to center. Wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself a hug. And then slowly extend the legs forward, hands beside the hips, finding Shavasana, your final relaxation. Keeping your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Try that a couple of times, deep breath in. And exhale through the mouth in. One more time, deep breath in. And exhaling. Allowing the body to relax, to find ease. Take taking this moment to absorb all the benefit from your practice. Keeping the focus on the breath. Allowing every single muscle of your body to rest and relax. Telling yourself silently in your mind 3 times, I am relaxed. I am totally and completely relaxed. Shavasana. Now slowly bringing the attention back to your body. Begin to wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers. Stretching in any way that feels good for your body right now. Now bringing the knees in towards your chest. Rolling over onto one side and then slowly bringing yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Now keeping your eyes closed, hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out. Thanking your body for all the hard work, showing yourself a little bit of gratitude for having the ability to move freely and to breathe deeply. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.